Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. And I really like the music in this building. We are here in the West End. We just saved this gentleman from a pretty nasty Ekon that was hanging out outside. Let's go ahead and see what his story is all about.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reid, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Fair enough.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
I guess we'll find him a little bit later. Got some shillings. This is a pretty high-end place. The Heresy of the Pureblood. Pureblood. We know the expression. We've heard it in the foul mouth of the heretics and the foreign barbarians. Used it sometimes ourselves, but do we really know what it means? A vampire born from an immortal belly. What a disgusting idea. How would such a creature find its place among the livings? What would be its purpose? Ours is clear, gentlemen. Ascalon is here to protect the Empire and all its citizens. We are the protectors and shepherds, even when sometimes sacrifice a sheep for our sustenance. Whoever will be found guilty of succumbing to the desire of breeding immortal children shall be eradicated. By Lord Redgrave, founder. Oh crap, well then. Then Lady Ashbury is in some serious trouble. If it's discovered, at least. Which also could show how much trust she has in us. Or she has some sort of plan in place that makes her bulletproof. Or stake-proof, rather. And looks like everything has been raided in here. Good deal. Well, if that is the case, let's go ahead and continue our explorations here. So we did find the hideout up here, didn't we? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that we did. Unknown. Actually, we may have not. Is this Reid's house? Reid's mansion. Well, he is a doctor, so that makes sense. Small key. The key to Aubrey Reid's office. That must have been Jonathan's dad. Refill all, because of course we've got bullets in the bedroom. Why wouldn't we? I'm going to take the time here, actually, guys, to make some serums, because we are running a little bit low. We've got the light blood serum. Let's go ahead and max out our regeneration and our stamina serums. And we've got tons of materials, so I'm not really... Well, watery rich blood sample. Yes, please. Alright, cool deal. So I guess that might have been our butler. Imagine having a skeleton like that just in your bedroom.
I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
Oh dear. Okay, well... Hello, Mother.
Mother. Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Bless her heart.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
There are policemen in this town? Wow, that's news to me. But that's a long trek from the Whitechapel Cemetery all the way back here.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Sorry, Mother. I have a condition.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along.
Get that.
If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Awesome. We'll take that under consideration for date night. But okay, so she knows we're a vampire.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
I'm not dead. Well, technically, I'm...
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Oh, she's like she came right out of the Victorian ghost story.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
Hell's bells. Okay. Anything else? There's a hint, too, which is interesting.
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right, son. Don't worry about me.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
I wonder if there's something we can overhear. Oh. Okay. She is going somewhere. Where is she going? It's up there on the balcony.
Stop crying, Mary. Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
Bless her heart.
I really wish you could meet her, Mother. You would love her. I cannot enter.
Man, that is very sad. We can head this way. See if we can get that hint.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Hint required.
Do you really see Mary and Father? Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
It's pretty much driven her insane.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again, just as Mary promised us.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Will do. Now I've got stairway going down. Oh, wow. Look at that guy with the hat and monocle. Ah, this must be his father's old office. Well, I did not expect to take a trip down memory lane. Aubrey Reid's first letter. Reid Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you'll be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. How you loved to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it'd be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It'll probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you deciphered the game this time. But a greater treasure, perhaps. The truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I...
Oh, my dear
daughter.
How are you tonight?
I remember Sunday
Hold up.
walks in the park.
Okay, she's just having a chat. Alright, let's get back to reading that, because I just wanted to make sure that there weren't any, additional scenes, because that could have been fairly interesting. Alright. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms. My treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play, and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you. My son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey Reid. So we have to head to the park. Ink pen. Wonder how long this has been locked down. I guess that must be him. Lots of shillings. And I guess that is it from in here. Well, we do have a new investigation, so that's neat. And we'll leave Mother up here with her memories. Man. Go have a chat with the butler and whoever that fine-dressed gentleman is down that way. Man, this house is huge. Silver forks and opium. What you would expect in any Victorian house in a good ghost story. Aluminum shard. We'll talk to the butler here in a sec. I want to continue our raid. Oh. Okay, there's a back door. Or technically the front door. We came in through the back way. And... alright. Oh, wait a minute. Old letter. Reid Mansion, 8th of March, 1908. My dear Avery, as I told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never able to return, you're the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reid. Ooh. Well, we have something to present Avery, as he is busy cleaning the floor. Oh, I see shiny. Rusty box of pills and a screw. And another large box of pills.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reid expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reid is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reid was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reid myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
And to tell you the truth, that's probably for the best. Oh, new hint available for Mother.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reid is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
And she's probably leaving as we speak.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Wow, he's all in as far as this situation goes.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Well, I was technically there for the funeral, and I certainly was there for the burial, or at least the reburial.
Do you know my mother speaks to the dead members of this family?
Yes. I sometimes hear her speaking to you, Miss Mary, and her baby. Sometimes your father, too.
So she thinks I'm also dead. And what about you?
I believe she only sees her relatives as the dead she speaks to, Mr. Jonathan. It breaks my heart to see Miss Reid like that.
So, okay, hold on.
She may get better. It's only a hypothesis, but I know my mother is strong. Whatever illusions have clouded her mind, they will fade in time.
Yes. With time, Miss Reid will recover from this cursed year. I know that your return can only be beneficial to that process.
Here's hoping. But that's an interesting way to go about to kind of explain Mary and maybe the vampires in this world. If a woman's with child and she gets embraced, maybe the pain of losing that child and knowing that the child, that you're dying and that the two people have died technically with both the mother and the child, could cause the mother to come back as vengeful and spiteful like Mary did. That could be an interesting way to go about it.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Thanks for the guilt trip there, Alfred. Well, we got to give him his due props.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Will do.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
Ooh. I'm going to be blunt with him.
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
Noted.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reid was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Alright, gotta follow the clues. And I think we're pretty much done with Avery for right now.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
Thank you, but I'm all right, sir.
Strong as an oak.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Yeah, 4,000 XP. Yowza. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Mother. And speak to her about the new information we have gleaned. Oh, we didn't check this bookcase that she's been looking at. Pardon?
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already? Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Yes, Mother.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
Well, we have the power to do it, so...
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Just everything that she's gone through. Maybe she has she either has an incredibly acute perception now, or just one of those things that she just refuses to be distracted and can actually see things for how they are. Oh.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll tell your father the next time I see him. He'll be so happy.
Awkward.
Could Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
So I'm kind of curious. Maybe it is one of those things you tend to forget over time, as someone who is also in his 30s. little details, and when they come back to you during conversation or you look at things, ooh, that must be Mary's room because of the flowers. You're kind of sitting there like, how did I forget that? That was such an important detail when you were a kid, and it kind of makes you think about what other things just could suddenly disappear from your memory. And he said to go to the park. We got alignment of stars. Find the second part of your father's testament. Oh, this park. Okay, cool. We definitely need to be hunting for more stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, I think now would be a good time. We also need to find out who the Monopoly guy is over here. Maybe our next door neighbor. Well, we'll see if we can have a chat with him at the beginning of the next episode, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. This has been very melancholy, but we do have a little bit of hope with this treasure hunt. It's kind of a final gift from Dad. Hopefully. But if you guys like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.